Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing Taroscopes for the sign of Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Rising for the month of January 2025. Yep, we're in January. We're in 2025. We're in a new year vibration. 2025 is a 9-year. 9 is about separating the wheat from the chaff. The previous year, 2024, was a harvest year. We harvested the seeds. We harvested the fruits of our efforts, of our decisions over the last 8 years. And now we have it in front of us and we get to select what we want to keep and what we want to let go of. And it is a time of evaluation. It's a time of selection, of letting go, of deciding what you're going to nurture for the next cycle that begins in 2026. Now, that's an especially potent cycle because in 2026, Saturn and Neptune conjoin once in the first degree of Aries, which is the emergence of consciousness. And so, what type of consciousness do you want to see emerge in 2026? A lot of it will have to do with the work you do in 2025. So let's take a look at the astrology. Okay. Alrighty. So let's find our way to Sag. Here we go. Sagittarius, the Archer. So the 9 vibration of the universal year 9 is associated with the Hermit card in the tarot. It is located on the tree of life, on the path between mercy and beauty. The beauty of mercy, the mercy of beauty. It is a 9 path, a path of wisdom, a path you must walk alone. You must walk alone in your light, in your wisdom, because your light and your wisdom is from your own experience, is from your own experience. And so if we can all shine the light of our own experience, we can come to a better understanding of one another. We can realize we're not that far apart. And that perhaps on a certain level we've been manipulated to be separated. And it's perhaps our job now to start the mending process, if mending can happen. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is in Gemini all month, in that house of a partnership and open enemies. So friends and lovers, lovers, well, partners, I should say, partners and people who are working with you and people who are working against you, right? But it is about partnerships. It is retrograde, so as we start the year, and so you're probably, there's a certain amount of renegotiation that has to happen, some talking, some going back over things with you and others, getting the ground rules down, perhaps. The sun in Capricorn starts the month in Capricorn in your second house of resources, both physical resources and your resourcefulness as a person. You, of course, are your best resource, and the sun in that house, along with Mercury, which spends most of the month in that house, really points to a need to take control over your own resources in a way, and also know your worth. Definitely, your worth will be illuminated. Then the sun moves into Aquarius on the 19th, into that third house of the mind. You have a brilliant mind, Sag, and it gets more illumination. It is going to be, we also have, Mercury moving at the end of the month into that sign. We have a new moon in that sign. That new moon is happening on the 29th, I believe. And that's at 10 degrees of Aquarius, planting seeds. The full moon, which happens on is it the 13th? I'm looking here. On the 13th of January is a full moon in Cancer. It is close to Mars, which is moving retrograde. So it can be a very emotionally explosive time. It's happening in your eighth house, which is where you share your money and your resources with others. It is also your taxes, your desire nature, what you feel you don't have, perhaps. And so there's going to be a big illumination in a way, a big emotional outpouring uh, in that eighth house. The thing is, the eighth house is kind of a hidden house, and we tend to keep everything sort of under wraps in that house. And so the illumination or the whatever it is that comes up at this time that uh, is activated by Mars may be a completely internal process on your part and may not be evident to people um, who aren't super close. So there's that. Mars does start in Leo, moves back into Cancer on the 6th of January. So most of January, Mars is in Cancer, moving retrograde in that eighth house, a very tumultuous place for that uh, things to be happening in that house. And Mars is spending a lot of time in that house and in the ninth house, the eighth and ninth house, because of its time retrograde. And so the eighth house is our shared resources, our shared values, and uh, and the ninth house is perspective. And so you might be getting an eyeful on thinking that you had shared values with others to find out that when push comes to shove, it wasn't actually their values. Um, and there were other things that were on top of the list for them. So everybody has a top of the list spot. And we seem to be getting to the top and the bottom, really, of everybody's list right now. So it's good to know. It's good information to have. The North Node is going to move into Pisces this month. It's in Aries, right at the very end of Aries. It moves into Pisces, where Neptune is waiting for it. So we will be embracing it. And so the direction forward goes from that sort of assertion of self, Aries, into Pisces, which is about healing and uh, and suffering and trying to allay that. But understanding it's about letting go. It's about dissolution of something in order for something new to sprout out. So we have 18 months of the North Node in Pisces. So we have a lot of healing ahead of us and also quite a bit of water. So that's something to consider if you happen to live where your water tables are high already. You may want to take that into consideration. All right, what else? What else? What else? Talked about the sun. Venus in the fourth house, spent most of the month in Pisces, where it likes to be in the fourth house. You could beautify your home at this time, like make it be a real reflection of your artistry. Uranus still in your house of health. Please be careful with your health. Things can come on suddenly. It could even be like you like step wrong, you know, coming out of your bedroom and you sort of like your foot hurts for a minute and then you forget about it. And then a few days later you're feeling that foot again and you're like, I don't remember doing anything. And you could have like something like a stress fracture. So it can be sudden, unexpected stuff. Doesn't have to be big, but just be aware of that. And that's it. Oh, yeah, no, I talked about everything, I think. All right, I think that's good. I think that's good. It's just general. If you want more specifics on your chart, these are general readings. And if you want things that are specific, you really need to have a personal reading. I do offer those on my website. I have two options, an hour or an hour and a half reading. And it's a combination of astrology, numerology, and the tree of life, the Kabbalah. It's very different probably from anything that you've had before, and people really enjoy them. So if you're interested in sort of really getting into it on your own chart and in your own life, that's a good way to get a good view. So, all right, let's pull some cards. Now I did have cards in mind. Oh yes, I remember. Excuse me, I have to reach over. Ugh. Reach over though. Oh, yes. I am using the Guardians of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane. I don't know. I'm sorry, MJ. I'm sorry, I never know how to say your name. I should Google it, right? Kind of disrespectful when you don't say somebody's name the right way. But if you don't know, it's not disrespectful. I know a lot of those Celtic names are they have a lot of letters and it's not how it sounds at all. I think there was a whole bunch of extra letters. Um, and they said, give it to the Celts, they'll use them. All right. Yeah. Let's just cut these. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Sag. Oh, we have the Six of Cups. An elephant tea party. This is remembrance. Remembering the good old days. You're in a nostalgic point of view as you start the year. A nostalgic place. What challenge is that? Um, what you're seeing in the outside world, the cruelty, the abuse of power, the unnecessary pain. There's a part of you that wishes you hadn't lost your innocence when it comes to this stuff. You are concerned and worried about something. I think you're worried about the fate of the world. You are a Sag after all. That's reasonable. You're worried about your children. You're worried about the state of things. In the past, we have the sun. This is illumination. So something became evident to you. It's a good path. It's always generally the sun is one of the most positive. So there was an illumination, but there was also a lot of positive energy in the past. In the sky is the Fool. This is about a whole new, this is about taking a leap, taking a leap. And so Spirit says, will you take the leap? Will you take the leap? Will you step forward on your wisdom and be reborn? Okay. In the immediate future, the Hermit, you want to stay more, you're not ready to come out of the cave yet. There's still more that you feel you need to understand. This is the month card. So and also there's a healing that the 9 is healing as well, and it is the vibration of the year. So it's a particularly important time to hone your wisdom this month. How it's seen from the outside that you're extraordinarily brave and extraordinarily strong. Your domestic situation, hope, good things, hoping for good things, but I feel like there's a a real sense of new beginnings happening in your home, and you're sort of hoping for the best expression of that. It's like hope has come back to the family. Um, hopes and fears, the The nine of, what is this? The Nine of Wands? Yeah, the Nine of Wands. Protecting your boundaries. You're not afraid of it. You want to make sure that the boundaries are respected. And I'm not sure if it's your personal boundaries. Of course it is. So of course it's your personal boundaries, but it could even extend out into the world. And the outcome card for you, the Page of Pentacles, a new project. Ooh, a new project. Could be even a new baby, a new manifestation, a new girl in your life, baby, girl, granddaughter, maybe. And then a change in fortune. Something's going to change. Maybe the birth of that child is going to change, or the offering of an opportunity is going to change things for you. Let's see what's underneath it. The King of Swords. This is a wise ruler who's just, who sees both sides and who's willing to act on what he sees and make a judgment. The Seven of Cups. This is, of course, the illusionary energy. And the Page of Wands. This is the messenger of spirit. I almost feel like this is seeing the illusion for what it is through your good judgment and then crowing it from the top of the barn. You may not be ready to come out this month quite yet, but when you do come out, you're going to be a powerhouse. You're going to be like that arrow that gets thrown in, that gets aimed at the sky. Aim high, aim high. Sagittarius is the sign that aspires to greatness, aspires to truth, aspires to a higher purpose, a more spiritual purpose. And you're all very, very brave in my experience, willing to take things on, but also knowing that the worst is behind you in a way, and that the promise of the future lies ahead of you. I'm going to pull a Tree of Life Oracle card and see what the Tree of Life has to say for you, Sag. Congratulations, by the way, if there's a new child coming into your world, a little girl perhaps, or it could be a little boy. I did get little boys as well. It doesn't matter. It's new life. It's new life. There's something about being around babies that bring the hope back into your life, especially when we see so many people in hopeless situations. And we want to help, but we don't always know how to help. And we raise our voices, but then when our voices are shut down, maybe we don't think that we matter, that it makes a difference. But it makes a difference. Every action does. Okay, well, everybody got, you know what? I'm going to put these back and I'm going to shuffle again. And we'll see if they come up. Everybody got one card. Two cards came up for you, but one was the Devil and one was the Tower. So I want to know what's between the Devil and the Tower for you. Unless they come up again, and we'll read those. Some paths are harder than others. Some are a trial by fire. And I would say those two paths are probably trial by fire, along with your path, Sagittarius. All right, what do we have? Severity. Well, Gabora. Okay, Sag. Well, I tried to ease the boom coming, but Gabora is the place of karmic justice. Now, I'm not worried about you necessarily, but you could be an arbiter of cosmic justice through this energy. So let me see what the book says about it. It is Mars. It is connected to Mars. And of course, Mars is retrograde now in Cancer mostly this month. And so it's that family stuff I'm talking about. And there could be upsetment in family for all of us. Okay, I will hold it up. Number 5 on the Tree of Life, Gabura, is home to the Lords of Karma. The planet is Mars. You're operating on a soul level here. And so the choice you make has far-reaching consequences. A warrior queen is ready for battle. She reminds you to choose your battles wisely. Have the courage to keep moving forward. And when needed, go full Shira. Yep. Yep. Okay, well, you're ready for battle, but not till the end of the month. It's going to be an interesting year, isn't it? God is willing. We'll walk it together. Have yourself a great month, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take the time you need. Hone the wisdom. Re-edit. Do what you need to do. The world is waiting for you to take center stage, and we'll all be better for it. Take care, everyone. Don't know if I mentioned this, and I apologize if I already did. I will be having a membership on my channel for those who are interested in supporting me. You will get some extras that people who just watch me on YouTube without being a member get. There'll be 2 tiers. One is, reasonable, just kind of to support me. A lot of people have asked how they could support me. That's one way. And then I'll have another level where you get a little bit more from me and a little bit more on the system that I use, which is pretty incredible in my experience, very revealing for folk. So that's Story Morning Glories. I'll see you again next month, or I'll see you in the morning, or I'll see you, when you see me all the time on YouTube. Take care, everyone. Namaste.